After living down in South England, doing the same 9-to-5 job, Steve Truluck decided to make a change and move over to Scotland, where the beginning of his love for marine life began.
Well, moving to Scotland was because of my engineering job. They actually had a position up in Scotland, so they basically bribed me to go to Scotland because no one else would go, unbelievably. And yeah, I just fell in. I remember very clearly within 3 weeks deciding that I was never going to leave Scotland. I just fell in love with it.
Once deciding to stay in Scotland, Steve found a way where he could see as many marine animals as possible.
So when I'm in Scotland, I'm a whale watching guide, so I work on the west coast. I also guide an event called Orca Watch, which is the main event for seeing killer whales each year, that's run by Sea Watch Foundation. That's all in the film. And yeah, it's so my biggest passion is showing people killer whales for their first time. That's the thing that gets me. So in terms of trips, I kind of try and angle everything towards wherever the killer whales are. So yeah, generally April till June is peak time to see the orcas, and from the Scottish mainland. And I also go up to Shetland in July because that's a really, really good time. But in the talk, I also mentioned that I go to Norway every year. So every winter there's the largest sort of gathering of killer whales in the world in Norway, up in Arctic Norway. They essentially follow the herring that come into some fjords in Norway, and I've been there every year, and that is just incredible.
Part of the many jobs Steve had in Scotland and Norway was being a skipper for the whale watching guides in 2019, which led him to working with Falklands Conservation.
My primary role here is to be a skipper on the boat, so I have to be available for that. So I'm on constant standby to drive the boat. As you know, it's very windy here, so yeah, we have to take advantage of any opportunity we can get. But there's plenty of time to obviously be stuck on land, so I've been getting out and about, out to York Bay to see the Gentoo penguins, and yeah, out at Cape Pembroke, enjoying all the other wonderful Falklands wildlife. It's been great.
And one of Steve's biggest missions whilst living in Scotland was to see his first ever killer whale.
It took me 3 years to see my first killer whale, but that took me all over Scotland, looking in all the right places at the wrong time, and yeah, all the wrong places at the right time as well. But yeah, I met loads of amazing people, and when I first saw my first killer whales, it made me realise how much I enjoyed seeing them and how cool it was to see them. And I saw other people at the same time seeing them for the first time. And yeah, it just kind of made me realise that was something I wanted to do for the rest of my life.